Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the What the Fun Show. Today, we are continuing our Best of Batman series and taking a look at Michael Keaton's 1989 Batman, directed by Tim Burton. One of the all-time greats. We'll see if everybody agrees with that, because we have a panel of not so
Skeptics?
Joe Schmoes, but we do have one Joe here. Joe, how you doing?
I'm schmoing, man. How are you doing?
Not.
Makes sense.
I'm doing okay.
You're not Joe.
Yeah, I'm not Joe. That's right. And we have Justin. Cats, Las Vegas. You saw Cats in Las Vegas?
That's the Cat's Meow. It's a karaoke bar.
Oh, okay.
Quack, quack, quack. The duck is back. I'm here. Batman. Tim Burton. Two of my greats.
Yeah.
Not the best, but they're good.
No, see the duck is in Batman Returns. That we're not talking about that one today.
That one is good, though.
That's the penguin.
Yeah,
Yes, he's also there.
Yeah, this
There's
one's
lots
good
of
too.
ducks.
There's ducks too.
There's explosive ducks in that.
All right. Well, thank you so much for jumping in on our second episode of The Best of Batman. As I already said, we are tackling Tim Burton's 1989 Batman, and really excited to chat about it. But first, if you are listening, please leave us a review. Apple Podcasts is the best place to do it. If you listen on Spotify, go to the mobile app and you can leave a star rating there. If you're on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you think of Batman 1989. A little bit of housekeeping for you. We have started our Harry Potter series. We are reviewing one movie per month. So Sorcerer's Stone is out already. Go take a look at that on our YouTube or podcasting feed. And we will be getting a Dark Knight episode out as soon as we can to continue the Best of Batman series. And obviously, we are rounding out with a look back at the Batman a year later. And also, just really quick, if you want to let us know if you want us to do more Batman movies, I'm totally down. And just let us know if you like this series. So, all right, gentlemen, Batman, 1989, directed by Tim Burton. Sam Hamm, Warren Scarron are the screenplay, based on characters from DC Comics Batman. So
Really?
Yeah.
The dude's name is Sam Hamm.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and the other guy,
there.
Maybe Hum.
and the other guy, the other guy is Warren Scarron.
Warren Scarron, yeah. It is starring
Some
Jack
names.
Nicholson, Michael Keaton, Kim Basinger, Robert Wuhl, Pat Hingle, Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent. Scary face. We never see Billy D. Williams as Two-Face ever. Michael Goff and Jack Palance. Music by Danny Elfman, of course.
Oh, another
one,
Elfman.
the only. Yeah. This released in June of 1989 in the United States, and it is 126 minutes, 48 million as a budget, and it destroyed that, almost making it 1,000% fold. I think that's how you do the math. $411 million. So yeah, this was a juggernaut in a world that didn't really have a dark and gritty superhero movie. They obviously had the Christopher Reeves Superman, but this was a dark and gritty one. So maybe we'll have to do a Superman in review next time. So, Justin, Batman 1989 spoiler-free review. I'm going to you first. What do you got?
If you like dark superhero movies with lots of murder, yes, I said murder, and a great score by Danny Elfman, look no further. 1989, hit it right. Jack Nicholson, the Joker, and the caped cowl man himself, Batman, wearing all black, and none of those terrible details that were added in future films.
Bat nipples? Yeah.
Those things, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yep,
say it
those are the
outright.
ones.
Boycott the bat
None of
nipples.
It is one of the greats. It was my first live action ever that I saw, and it was good. It was a good transition into what we have now.
You saw this before the Christopher Reeve Superman movies?
I meant live action Batman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
The runner up to the best superhero, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Some people might disagree. Joe.
Probably the people who are going to watch this video will disagree. As I have a feeling.
Joe, patent pending spoiler for your review.
Well, spoilers. Batman's in this movie. You heard it here first. Batman is in Batman. Right?
Okay.
We're shocked. We've already talked about the villain in it. It's great. Right? It's Batman. He's on screen. He's in a movie. It's now the silver screen. That's my review.
You can't really miss it, folks. Like, get here for the spoiler for your review from Joe. Batman 1989. The first time I saw this was on VHS. Obviously, we are not. I was not born yet. Justin. Neither of us, and none of us were born yet when this came out.
Very close.
Yeah, very close. So I remember just seeing this movie on VHS. I loved the sleeve. It had that gold Batman logo on it with just complete black. It was an awesome VHS. I loved it so much. My dad had it, and so that's how I watched this for the first time. And I love this Batman movie so much. I believe that it ages okay. There's some things that don't age as well, but I still think Michael Keaton is such an awesome Batman. Jack Nicholson as Joker is amazing. He was the standard until Heath Ledger came. Actually, no, he was the standard until Mark Hamill came around in 1992 when the animated series came about, and plus. The animated series owes a lot to this movie. I don't think the animated series would exist in the form that it was if it wasn't for this dark and gritty version that they sort of translated to the animated series where it was dark and gritty in that as well. And also, it's the same theme song as well. The same theme song is, at least the same tones. It might be a 1-for-1 if I remember, but I don't know if it is. We owe a lot to this Tim Burton Batman movie, as far as like superhero movies in general too. So, love it. Let's talk about it. I really hope if you clicked on this podcast or video, you've seen this before. But if you haven't, here's your spoiler warning.
I thought my review was really good.
It was you can't miss it. You can't miss it.
That opening was perfect.
You like that? A real
Yeah,
high pitched Batman in there.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, let's get into spoiler territory. We're gonna go through our outline here. Favorite moments, Joe. We're gonna start with you because I want to start on a high note with you because I know you have some gripes. So we'll talk about the gripes after the favorite moments.
All right. Batman straight up murders people.
That's your favorite moment?
He doesn't kill people in anything else. This is like the first time we see Batman straight murking fools. He comes in, guns blazing, literally shooting missiles.
Hey man, when Adam West would punch somebody, there's a kapow. You never know how those guys come out of it.
He would bam kapow the heck out of those guys, but they got up again. And this one, we see bullets
they're just
in
all
bodies.
tuckered out. No, they're just tuckered out. They're sleeping.
Yes, these guys were also sleeping. They took the dirt naps.
Long nap. Yeah, the long naps.
And I thought that was fun. I thought that was take it how you want it.
Fun.
Is
this our Knives Out review?
Yeah, it's a old twist on Batman. We get the really dark version of him with Tim Burton, because in the newer films we don't get so much death. We get a lot of "I'm too good for that," and it's nice to know that Batman is not above being a bad person sometimes.
Yeah,
everyone's human.
I think it was this Batman Returns, and then as well as Batman from Batman v Superman. So Ben Affleck's
was also a murderer.
And also Batman, we could say that Batman has that code, but throughout history, man, there's been some questionable things for sure.
There's rated R animated Batman films.
Yeah. Of course.
My mother-in-law tried to put on a rated R Batman film for my kids one time, not realizing that there was rated R Batman animated films. And I had to run over and go, whoa. No, Did you look at the rating for that one? It's an R-rated movie for language and gore.
All right.
You can't be watching that at 5.
Okay, so Joe's favorite moment is murder. Justin, what about you?
One of them. I didn't say
Okay.
my favorite, but yeah, yeah.
All right.
It would probably be the
great.
introduction to Batman himself, with the two thieves kind of like chilling on a rooftop, and then all of a sudden Batman comes in, and you have him with his cape, like terrible acting, but iconic. And he also gets gunned down right there, and then gets back up and does the same pose again. Great. Other than the murder, there's a scene where he drops a guy down a very tall building inside a building, and you see this guy falling to his. No, he got up after that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. He was just tuckered
yeah.
out. Yeah. Not only did he get right up when he fell all the way to the ground, but it was a miracle that he did after hitting the bell with his face.
For listeners, I was shaking my head no this whole time.
Yeah,
I don't think he walked
Batman
away.
straight up murders some people in this movie, but that's okay. I think I agree with Joe that like it's okay to have a grittier Batman. I mean, I don't like my Batman 100% this way. Like I would much rather have like the
Morals?
the newer Batman or the animated series Batman. But yeah, I mean it's okay. There's a time and a place for these sort of Batman stories. It's happened in the comics before. The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller is gruesome. I believe there's some murder in there. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I mean it's always good to have some of these different stories. All right. One of my favorite moments, the art scene. I just love Jack Nicholson as Joker, and the art scene where he meets Vicky Vale, Kim Basinger. After there was a mask delivered to her specifically so that she would survive the Joker gas. I just love the sort of the presence that Jack Nicholson has. I was telling Joe about this last week because we were just chatting about the movie, and Jack Nicholson, like he's so good, and he has this ability to go from a smile and a laugh to being completely and utterly serious, and it is second to none. I even think it's a little bit better than Heath Ledger's as far as the change. I prefer
Here's Joker.
I prefer Heath Ledger's Joker, but like I think Jack Nicholson's just ability to switch his demeanor on a dime like that is second to none.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. Any
I
other
think he did
favorite
amazing.
moments?
Yes, when the Joker pulls out his ridiculous barrel length revolver
Yeah.
to shoot Batman out of his little bat plane. It's literally as long as his whole leg, and yeah, he levels it, and then he shoots the whatever bat jet, bat plane, bat whatever, and one bullet absolutely destroys his plane.
Yeah.
What?
That's a powerful bullet.
Right, yeah, is it an elephant gun just because it has a long barrel? What's going on here?
Justin, any more favorite moments?
Also the interaction between Vicky and the Joker, Jack Nicholson, is really good, especially when he kind of like shields his face away from her and then comes back, and you see the makeup kind of worn on his side, so you could see his undertone of his actual face, but he's still got that crazed look in his eye. Excellent acting right there, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And I think what's so cool about the Joker in this movie is that you have a completely dark setting. Everything is dark. Everything is black. Like it is.
That's Tim Burton.
It is Tim Burton as Tim Burton could be. But I think the choice, like cinematography wise, to have Joker always in these like really, really bright tones, obviously the bright face, the green hair and everything, just he sticks out in the movie, and it's great. And I will say this, after watching this in HD, I think that it is actually the definitive experience to watch it because you truly see the shadows that I think Tim Burton was going for. You really, really do see the black on the white. Especially one of my favorite scenes is when Jack Nicholson as the Joker, it goes to the crime boss that set him up to be murdered at the factory, and he's in the shadow a little bit. You sort of see this white face, but you see just a completely dark face on one side as well. And just like him popping up into the light and just him having fun shooting the gun and we murder apparently. It's just
lots of that in this film.
Yeah, like Michael Keaton is fantastic in my opinion as Batman in this, but this movie does not bode well if Jack Nicholson is not the Joker. That's just plain and simple.
Oh yeah, Jack Nicholson carries this film in my opinion.
It's all
I
about
think
him.
I think that he does a phenomenal job. Do you think that Michael Keaton's Batman or his Bruce Wayne is better?
Well, I don't know. I had to wait a really long time to see Bruce. It's like, 30 minutes almost, 25 minutes to see Bruce alone. The beginning was all Batman.
A lot of
honestly,
Batman in the beginning.
Honestly, for me, I think that his Batman is the best. I think he's a better Batman than Bruce.
Michael Keaton is one of the few actors that has played Batman where I think that both his Bruce Wayne and Batman are good. Like, we could get into it, but like Val Kilmer's Batman, good. His Bruce Wayne, bad. Like that sort of thing. Whereas Michael Keaton, he does well in both roles.
What about George, Mike? Tell me about George.
Oh, George is Bruce Wayne. Okay. His Batman, awful. Just so awful.
But Pattinson did the best all around, in my opinion. Sorry. That's what I think.
We'll get there.
We'll get there, but I could agree with that. I think that also, I think Christian Bale. Again, I think there's 3 or 4 actors that did Batman perfectly. It is Michael Keaton, it is
Clooney.
Kevin Conroy, it is Robert Pattinson, and it is Christian Bale. So that's my opinion.
You forgot George Clooney.
No, I won't. George Kilmer. Merge them together, and then you got a decent Batman.
What
Joe,
about Adam West?
Yeah.
Continue.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Joe, what you have some gripes with this movie. Let's get into some gripes.
It turns out, as I watch more Batman content, I am not a huge Batman fan. That's what I'm learning. Batman is very mob related, which I don't love. And so yeah, I the story here, it was fine. But for me, it's like, all right. It was really the Joker's movie. As far as that goes, my biggest gripe, I think, has to be Batman. Unfortunately, the intro, I hated. I couldn't stand it. He just drops in from the sky out of nowhere, just holding this dumb pose, gets shot in the chest, and comes back to this dumb pose. And I'm like, why? So we can see the cape, I get it, but like, it looked ridiculous. Just so dumb. And then when you get a close-up on his face, his mask has got to be 3/4 of an inch thick. Like, that thing is just like deep, and his face is way inside there.
It's Kevlar.
And I'm just like,
face Kevlar.
Sure?
Thick face Kevlar.
Really thick Kevlar on his face.
Justin, he's saying one of your favorite moments is awful. What do you got? I
believe I said ridiculous.
I think that
I heard awful.
To defend the intro of Batman, it was about fear setting those fear moments in those two criminals.
Who's afraid of this?
You saw it in their eyes when he did that. He got back up and he was in the same pose as if guns didn't faze him. That's the fear. Yes.
I'm afraid of Joe doing that pose again.
You gotta get the face right, Joe.
I'm trying to squish it.
All right. So as for my gripes,
it's great podcasting.
I am going to have to piggyback on Joe. I think it's a lot of the Batman stuff. For what I know Batman is, this is not. He is not a murderer. He does not murder. He does not use guns. And he does not use bombs. Okay?
Missiles.
Batman uses bombs? Don't even start
Smoke
me
bombs.
with that.
He drove into this factory where lots of people were. A whole building. Armored up. Protected himself. And dropped the bomb. And you see one of the guys just go, "Ah!" And then the whole place is leveled. He is causing chaos as Batman. That's not the Batman I love. I get just as upset if Superman kills someone, even if it's for the greater good. Batman does not do this.
But you like Man of Steel.
Yeah, he had to kill him.
No, he was just stretching his neck.
Yeah, making him tuckered out.
Point said, there's a big difference between dropping a bomb and knocking someone out by making them stop.
Yeah, but he didn't kill anybody in that instance. Like, there was nobody at the factory at that time.
Oh yeah, all the gunfire
just
on his Batmobile. Sure, yeah.
Those were coming from outside the warehouse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Totally in the
Sniper fire from really far away.
Yeah.
I don't know what movie you guys were watching, but mine was definitely something different.
Oh man, I don't know if I have too many gripes with this movie. I think it's far from perfect, but I think what you guys are bringing up are just moot points. Like that's just the whole like aesthetic of what a Tim Burton Batman is. Like that's just what this movie is. It is a mobster movie. Joe, you do not like mobster movies.
I don't.
and it is just a darker, grittier Batman that, serves death, unfortunately, sometimes. That's just what it is. I'm okay with the different Batmans here and there. So like, yeah, this movie it's sort of ridiculous, in a lot of places, but that doesn't mean it's a gripe for me. I do think it's not perfect. It is there are characters. Commissioner Gordon is not cool in this. I don't like Commissioner Gordon in this. He's just like a guy who just orders people around. He's not as involved in the story and the lore of this Batman. I also don't like I like Vicky Vale. I don't like her partner in investigating who this Batman is. There are things that I don't prefer. Alfred in this movie kills it, just like he kills it throughout the 89 and then the 90s movies, like forget his name, but yeah, I mean, not too many gripes.
It's Alfred. You just said it.
Michael Go.
Not too many gripes. Okay. So yeah, we've sort of talked about the overall plot of this, but Joker is getting back at the mob scene, at the gangster scene, because they put out a death sentence for him at the factory. He does become Joker. Batman sort of like tries to save him, but he falls out of his clutches, becomes Joker, and then obviously chaos ensues, right? And then you get to this head where they are the Joker's having a parade, and there is a bunch of tear gas that is attached to all of those balloons, and Batman's there to save the day. I love when Batman flies his bat plane to the sky and it goes into the moon. Perfect moment for me. That's just iconic, right? And then it ends up with a Joker dancing with Vicky Vale, Kim Basinger, and there's a huge fight at the end. So, plot, guys. Joe, I'm gonna go to your way first because I know you don't really like this movie. But
that sounds good.
But what do you think about the overall plot? Does it work for you?
Yeah, overall, this is Joker's movie, right? He's kind of the star here, and we get his story. They're telling the story of it's a two-parter. We get Joker's kind of dismissal from the mob, put out a hit, and then he's getting vengeance on them. And then we have the second story plot, which is Batman getting vengeance on Joker. after he has this weird realization that Joker was the guy who shot his parents all those years ago.
Wait,
And right,
wait, Batman's parents are dead?
right, he's an orphan.
Spoilers.
Just like
So are
Annie, he
Superman's.
just doesn't sing though. And so I thought it worked. I thought it worked pretty good. As far as mob movies go, like we've covered here plenty of times, not really a big fan. Even when there's superheroes involved, unfortunately, it doesn't really get me into the scene. But I think that story wise, they did a pretty good job with Joker's story and weaving Batman into it.
Mm-hmm. Justin?
Yeah, not much to add. That's, like I believe it's a good plot. I really enjoy Joker stories. Like I liked the newest Joker as well. I enjoy seeing the other side of that coin, without the coin.
Yeah, Two-Face, I get it. Go ahead.
But like, I don't know if it sits right though. Like if rewatching it now, it's nostalgic for sure because I grew up with it. But I don't think by any means the best story we've had from Batman. It's a hard take, but I don't think it is.
No, I mean, I don't think it is the best Batman story. It might even be far from it, but it does. It has so much going for it. Like the suit is iconic. Jack Nicholson is iconic in this. Some of the moments are iconic, like when that like ninja, like he's super good at whatever the swords and stuff, and Batman just like smiles at him and then just blocks him with one thing and just destroys him. Just so many iconic moments. Yeah. I love this movie, but you're right, Justin. I mean, I would even say the last movie we covered probably has a better plot, Mask of the Phantasm, and that's because it truly, I think it truly the animated series truly reinvented what Batman was supposed to be, either on the silver screen or the big screen or the
Less
small
murder
screen.
for sure.
Which one?
It was Batman's story in the animated one, whereas this one, it felt far from his story. He was definitely a player in this one, but it didn't feel like Batman's story, at least to me.
This did introduce the bat signal into the live action universe, though.
Well, I think it's one of those things that like Batman. It's always weird seeing Batman already established as a character. Like he's been around Gotham for a while now, and people are trying to investigate him, and then they just realize that Batman could save the day, and so they create a bat signal, and then I think really Batman Returns is where you see even though Danny DeVito and Catwoman in there, I think Michael Keaton's Batman is really great in Batman Returns. Justin, let's get some trivia on 1989 Batman.
Yeah, so Robin Williams was actually offered the role of the Joker. I don't know if you knew that. He was approached, and then they approached on the side Nicholson and told him that if Williams didn't, if Nicholson didn't take the role, Robin Williams would get it. Kind of using Robin Williams as bait. In this case, Robin Williams was very upset. He refused to play the Riddler in the Batman Forever movie, which was taken by Jim Carrey, which I'm okay with. But he also refused to be involved in any other Warner Brothers productions until they apologized.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Standing up for himself.
Sure.
For sure.
I mean, I'm personally okay with Jack Nicholson. Like I can't see Robin Williams as the Joker. I just can't.
The budget or the grossing for the film with adjusted inflation is almost 150 million. That's insane. Jack Nicholson said this is what he said of his role. I think the thing I like about the Joker is his sense of humor is completely tasteless. He later said the Joker was his favorite role he ever played.
I mean, he has
That's awesome.
so many good roles, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think his Joker is top notch.
Michael Keaton was unable to hear things while wearing the bat suit. He said that the claustrophobia, because he had claustrophobia, helped him to play the proper mood in playing Batman.
I think they definitely fix his suit in Returns. It's a little bit more mobile.
I can move my neck now. Jack Nicholson has watched this film once a week in his house for a while. Loved the film so much, or his performance in it.
I mean,
Man, I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
I can challenge Batman challenge
once a year.
for Joe.
Now, the iconic Batmobile was built on the chassis of a Chevy Impala, Supernatural fans, incorporating the engine of an Impala, the taillights of a Ferrari, the fuel caps of a London bus, and the jet engine parts from a Harrier jump jet. The sliding cockpit was also inspired by the Harrier, with the slim windows of the gun emplacement.
Yeah, we didn't even
Nice.
talk about that, but the Batmobile, super iconic.
They also
as well. Love the Batmobile.
the art director added the headlights of a Honda Civic to the vehicle after noticing them on his wife's car.
All right. Any more?
No,
Or we
those are
good?
a lot of the
Alright,
big ones.
cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
That's crazy.
Let's get into our ratings. Joe, 5 out of 5. What do you got for Batman 1989?
Not a 5 out of 5.
Well, no,
2?
I'm just- for
Maybe?
okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not going to give it bad. I don't think it was a bad film.
Justin,
But it was okay.
out of 5.
In regards, like I did with most of these filming, in regards to all the Batman films, I give this a 3.
3.
I
Okay.
feel like this is a 3. Nostalgia brought it up a lot for me. Joe isn't wrong. 2 is an okay. It's okay. It's not
I
bad
just don't
by
have
any
any
means.
nostalgia for it because I never watched it when I was younger.
It brings it up to a 3 for me. Obviously, and Joker really took a lot of that credit. Jack Nicholson's Joker took a lot of that credit. I really liked how Tim Burton was able to bring him, like you said, with the colors. He really popped. It kind of like was a midway point from comics to live action, and had that nitty gritty that we needed for adults. 3.
I'm with Justin on this in context of other Batmans. Like I'm going to give this a 3. This is a good Batman movie. I think it's inching on great, but I do think that there are some things that don't age as well. And yeah, Jack Nicholson, fantastic as the Joker. I still think Michael Keaton is a fantastic Batman as well. So yeah, but still giving this just a solid good. It is a good movie in context of some of the other Batmans we've watched and seen. So we are also, listeners, rating our Batman. So currently, as the standing is, we've only done one movie, so that means Kevin Conroy is still number 1 on the table here. Joe, where does Michael Keaton stack up on your rankings?
Under Kevin Conroy.
So he's number 2.
He's number 2 right now.
Okay. Justin, is it the same?
There's not going to be much change for this one, at least. Joe hit it on the nail. This is definitely under Conroy for sure.
I concur. Kevin Conroy is Batman in so many respects. So I mean, I do love Christian Bale and Robert Pattinson. So let's see where those two end up. But Michael Keaton has secured number 2 for all of our listings here. So listeners, that's been Batman 1989. Once again, let us know down in the comments section on our YouTube video if you want to let us know what you think about Batman 1989. That was a terrible sentence. Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Go to Spotify and leave a mobile rating there. And if you want to connect with us, follow us at WhatTheFunPod on Twitter. You could also email us at WhatTheFunPodcast@gmail.com. Once again, this has been our review of Batman 1989. For Joe, for Justin, my name is Mike. This has been What the Fun Show. Best of Batman series. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
George Clooney.
I picture
Bye.
We're
I
not
picture-
talking about George Clooney in this series. I refuse.
I